Time to welcome in Anthony DiComo of MLB.com and friend of the network. Michael Conforto, Anthony, made an impressive return Wednesday with a multi-hit performance against the Atlanta Braves with free agency around the corner. How important are these next few months for him and what could happen in the offseason?
Yeah, for him personally, Chris, it is absolutely huge. I mean, this is a guy who he's going to be a free agent at the end of the year, and he's kind of had some fits and starts over the past couple of years. Obviously, the great season last year, but that was only 60 games, and he understands that. He understands that he needs to put it together for 162, or at least what's left of this 162 this year. You're looking at a difference in tens of millions of dollars if he's able to have a really good second half of this year. He knows it. The Mets know it. You can bet Scott Boras knows it. So it's just a really important final half of this summer for Michael Conforto.
And the pressure is really right on him to deliver for this Mets team. And lost in the offensive breakthrough, Anthony, was Edwin Diaz. He had another multi-inning save on Wednesday. Where's the level of confidence in his abilities right now? I
don't think it can be anything other than really, really high, Chris. I mean, this is a guy who, when you look at it now, his track record has one bad season, 2019. And in New York, that's all that everyone focuses on is 2019. But his 2020 was great, and you no longer really have to take it with a grain of salt because his 2021 has been great too. And more than that, as you mentioned, the Mets are using him a little bit differently. They're not afraid to ask him for 4 outs, 5-out saves. He's responded to that really, really well. So you're looking at, once again, a dynamic closer, a guy who can do a lot for you at the end of the game. He's been nails, he's been lights out, he's been everything the Mets could have wanted.
It's beautiful to see because there was so much disappointment and so much pessimism around his play, especially his pitching in 2019. Good to see him back on track. But Marcus Stroman, let's talk about him for a second. Seems to be on track, could make his next start. But how closely are the Mets looking at the starting pitcher market?
Well, they have no choice. This has been a rough stretch for the Mets with 3 doubleheaders in 7 days, and Stroman's injury coming out in the second inning certainly did not help that. Problem is, the trade deadline's still 5 weeks away, so the guys that you can dream on, the Luis Castillos of the world, the Kyle Gibsons of the world, those guys, their prices are way up here right now, and they're probably not going to come down for a while. The Mets are aware of that. GM Zach Scott is aware of that. And what they're looking at right now is some smaller fixes. You saw one the other night with Tyler McGill coming up and pitching pretty well. The Mets have added some veteran arms, some older guys. They've added some guys to the organization, and that's probably what it's going to be for the next couple of weeks. They are going to add pitching. They have already added pitching. And I do think they have a big splash move in them, but that's probably not going to come until you get to the second half of July after the All-Star break.
And we'll closely be watching. We'll make sure to have your notifications on when you deliver that news, possibly. All right, Walker and Peterson on the bump in Friday's Twin Bill. Thanks so much, Anthony.
You got it.